Okay, everybody. You're live with Takoyaki Party. This is episode 39, I think. I'm your host, Osaka Joe. I'm joined by Matt, and I'm joined by Ryan.
Hey.
Hello, everyone.
Say some stuff. We good? Let's just jump right in. I mean, if you've been listening to us, you probably know what we're about already. Like, I don't know. You know how the format goes, and you never say anything because I never get any comments. So let's just go, right? We're going to start with news. So our first little bit of news is they announced an Asia tour, and by Asia, apparently that means China, as both of the dates.
It's over 2 days.
What a tour, right? That's like a weekend, man.
It's literally a weekend. And then they called off, like, so this, the Shanghai date on October the 7th was actually a handshake date, and they had to call off for, like, NMB members because it's Asia tour date.
I wonder if they enjoy that or don't enjoy that. I mean, it is China. It is mainland China.
I mean, I guess, like, for some of them, it's good. Well, not some of them. Most of them, it's their first time going to China, and then some of them, like, haven't, like, traveled outside the country very much or at all. So I'm sure you're gonna get a lot of tweets about, it's very fun. Like, I ate some non-poisonous shrimp
Fried
or
rice.
I ate orange chicken.
Yeah. Panda Express was not a lie.
I don't even know what, like, the problem with Shanghai is that it's so artificial as a city.
But you can say that about Tokyo.
No, Tokyo has its own culture. Shanghai has none of it. I remember going to like a garden with like some like statues or some shit in Shanghai, and I remember the tour guide saying that, actually these statues were imported from whatever city that's not Shanghai. Why? It's because, like, Shanghai doesn't have anything.
Oh, that reminds me what my friend Wilson posted on Twitter. He was like, if like a foreigner goes to Tokyo and says, hey, like, your city, like, everything looks cheap, and even though it's like everything looks cheap and new, like, why is that? Like, it doesn't have an identity. And the Japanese guy was like, yeah, because you bombed us like 50 years ago.
That's true.
Just like, god damn.
That is
shots
true.
fired. Anyway, if you want to go to this Asia tour, you're probably not listening to, and you're Asian, but you're Chinese, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, if you're Chinese and you're going to this tour, you're probably not listening to us anyway. You probably have your own sources. But if you are, you can go October 5th, October 7th. I don't think many foreigners are going because they need visas to enter the country, and I don't even know if they can buy tickets and stuff, and whatever.
Did tickets go on sale yet?
The day after tomorrow.
Okay. So probably too late by the time you listen to this.
I forgot this wasn't live. It's October 31st. August 31st.
Ooh, spooky. Oh.
They're selling tickets after the concert. Oh man, how come no one showed up?
Oops. I knew there was a reason.
Don't they have like VIP tiers and other stuff?
They do. They're selling it as like poor tier, medium tier, and like VIP
baller tier.
Yeah, and that VIP tier is like insanely expensive. It's like $150. It's supposedly like 980 yuan. So
that's nothing. That's nothing compared to VIP in the US.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, apparently you don't get anything for the VIP here. So there's a sign event, and it's random. So because as Andy said, if they didn't make it random, everyone would just make a beeline to Sayaka.
Okay, so I don't know, whatever. Asia tour, China tour, whatever you want to call it. Imperialism, sure, whatever. Next bit of news. They announced Sayaka's graduation concert. It's going to be at an outdoor venue on the 27th of October. 50,000 people can fit in there, and it's going to be all standing. So we're all going to have a terrible time.
Doesn't matter what ticket we get, it's gonna be shit.
We're gonna be in pain. We're gonna be in pain emotionally and physically.
Yeah. Bring your own camping chair.
I mean, I told you guys, if you want me, I can borrow it from my friend. I mean, we can. I think all of us are going if we can get in, which seems likely if the capacity is 50,000. I don't know how hard it is to get in. I mean, What are some other big concerts at big venues that were they ever sold out? Like Ah-chan's graduation or something?
Yeah, all of them were sold out. Well, the really big ones, yeah. Those
Well, that
were sold
Ah-chan
out.
one was like the first time they were at Tokyo Dome, so
Yeah,
that was
so
like a
it
big
was like-
event.
Yeah.
Back when AKB was still good, you know.
Wasn't it like the last time they were in Tokyo?
They did it like a year after,
No,
1 or 2 years
yeah,
after.
They did the Dome tour the year after that. Yeah, AKB was relevant for a long time. Was.
Damn. Okay. Next bit of news: Sayaka is going to produce a stage for 6th Gen and the 3rd generation draft members. I don't know what this means. I don't know what it means to produce the stage. Is she gonna? Does she just choose the songs?
Yeah,
Probably.
apparently that's what it means. So
Okay.
AKB does this right now. So they have the whatever produced stage. They have the Tanaka Masahiro of the Yankees produced stage,
Boo.
and he just what?
Go Boston.
No,
Fuck Boston.
what the hell? No, so you got it wrong.
Dodgers.
Baseball sucks.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
No,
Go Blizzards.
Matt has to feign interest in baseball because it's like one of the last sports that his city still has.
You got a soccer
What
team.
about this? What about the Supersonics? What's the name of your soccer team? The Sounders?
Yeah.
Sounders, yeah.
They have like the Xbox jerseys.
Hey, you guys used to host the Dota 2 International. Not anymore.
How they
though.
still do, don't know.
No, this year it was in Canada, in Vancouver.
Fucking Canada.
It's like
Oh, you got
50 miles up north or something.
Basically Washington.
Yeah.
I don't know what this produce stage is gonna be like. I don't even know like what a big difference is gonna make.
No, it's gonna be a
Honestly-
new set list. So remember when you were saying that you really liked the Sozo no Shijin show?
Yeah.
This is exactly like that, except that like the set list is not created by staff, but it's created by Sayaka.
But the girls aren't making it.
Because they're all newbies.
I don't know, but that's why like Sozo no Shijin was created by the members. So it's like it has that extra emotion attached to it. Anyway, whatever. That's something that's gonna go on. Moving on, our next big topic is they announced the NMB All Clips music video ranking results, or they didn't announce it. They had a show, right?
Yeah, they had the show they had the show count. So yeah, they had an event.
And it was at the theater.
Yeah.
It was at the
Right.
theater.
Yeah.
They had some
Okay.
big members show up for that show.
Well, I mean, like, where else are they gonna go?
I mean, it's
Is
a
there-
theater show, right? It could have been anyone. They could have used like 5th Gen and it wouldn't matter.
Could done that. You gotta.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, the tier. What tier are we at? Like the tier below Midu or whatever, right?
The tier below me is everyone else.
No, like there's Midu, Akarin, and maybe Yuri, right? And then the tier below
What do you
that,
mean,
like
maybe?
everybody else. You know what I mean? The tier below that, like, do they really have like busy work? Like, I don't know, right? So of course they would show up. I
Yeah.
think. But then of course, like even the tier above showed up, right? Except for Midu because she's too busy eating kalbi and stuff.
Yes, and being a right-wing lunatic.
Yeah. So to vote for this thing, you have to buy the Blu-ray DVD set,
No.
right?
No.
No,
To win a chance. Wait, sorry.
not
You
to
have a
get in,
chance.
to vote.
No, to vote is nothing. It's free.
What the hell?
Yeah, they had
Who
a
cares
website.
then?
You can do it like multiple times a day or whatever.
No, you can only do it once a day, but you can vote for every single song.
What a bunch of crap.
What? No, it's like that's the point. Is that like it's free, so it's more democratic, so everyone can vote.
Yeah, but maximum democracy isn't always a good thing.
Yes. Well.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, like, I was thinking about this, like, on the way home. I was like, you know what makes request hours so great is that, like, generally people won't wail NGT, but, like, generally people won't wail. So, like, the songs you get are usually, like, good quality, right? Like, or,
Yes.
like,
It's the songs that
reflective-
people want.
yeah,
Want to
reflective of what the people want to see. So that's why I really like this. But, like, there's still like a little barrier to entry, right? Like you have to buy the CD, but no one's gonna NGT. No one's gonna buy a bunch of CDs just to like rank in their favorite songs. So that seems ridiculous, right?
Yes, no one does.
So
that.
like I always thought it felt really good. Like it felt more pure. Like
Yeah.
that.
Well,
it
this is
shows,
purer, I think.
No, it's worse because you get vote for every song,
Yeah.
and it's free, right?
Yeah,
And because it's free, there's not like that barrier where you're just like
you have to be an
there's
actual
not like
fan.
there's nothing, right? You could just be like, I could tell you, hey, vote for this. So, okay.
Yeah, that's probably why who got first got first.
What is first? Zipper.
Yeah,
Huh.
This is all
this is
about
the
Akarin
Zipper
fans.
MV. So it's a solo Akarin song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no, because it's the music video, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so they don't have an actual official Zipper music video.
So at the event, they just watched the video?
Yeah, and then I guess they did like commentary. I think they only did like half or like the short version of the music videos, and then I think it's only the top 3 actually had the full versions.
Oh, okay. So like old school TRL.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they would only play like 10 seconds of the video, and you're like, I thought MTV was for music television. Get off my screen, Carson Daly.
but yeah, for the most part, they only showed like parts of the video.
Okay.
And the last 2, they did a live performance.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And they only showed 10?
No, yeah, and then the others they just listed it out.
Yeah, what a weird event. Also, priority number 5, that's too low.
I mean, to be honest, right? If you asked me like what are like the best like music videos from NMB, like other than number 1, I wouldn't have a problem with any of these. To be honest, well, except for other than number 1, number 4, I wouldn't have a problem with any of these.
What is Ima Naraba?
That's the Saya Milky song.
You don't know?
No.
That's the
It's
song
the one
Sayaka
with them,
wrote for Milky's
like
graduation.
lying on
Saya
a field
single.
somewhere and singing about how they love each other.
They're standing in front of the carousel.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. Okay.
Nothing was lost in your life.
Just stay that way.
Yeah.
Amagami Hime at number 10.
Okay, that one's kind of weird too.
Mm.
Well, I don't know. I like that song. And what was that other song that I feel always gets left behind?
Rakshna.
Takane no Ringo. Because they came at like really awkward times.
Yeah, both of them got the awkward like time slot in a February. So just like before Senkyo, and it's really weird.
Amagami Hime came out in April. But
Yeah, that was April for sure. 'Cause
Came out on my
they
birthday.
debuted it at March.
Oh, okay.
I remember because we were there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, Takane no Ringo is 31.
Well, I feel like those are really good songs. That they're just underrated because of the timing, and so like people don't get that emotional attachment, right? It's right before Senkyo season, and there's like usually nothing going on, like there's no attachment to it.
Yeah. Oh man, you should see number 13 and number 14. Such a weird
I can't
band.
see them because no one put it on
you only
the
post
the
the top
outline.
10.
No, I posted the link.
Oh, but they'd have to click on something.
There's no link.
Why don't you just tell us? It's faster.
Okay, number 13 is Bokura no Yurika. Number 14 is Bokura no Yurika dancing version.
What what?
Oh my god, that's so stupid.
Oh, there's the link.
Because they
And then
made 2
there's,
videos, right? The one that's the actual video, and the one where it's just like them in bikinis.
dancing on the pool. Yeah.
Yes.
So the dancing version was 14, right?
Yes. So people.
So
have...
people would rather see them clothed.
Well, the
More
official
tasteful.
video has bikinis too.
Which one?
The official one.
But like it
normal-
cuts
yeah,
to
yeah.
it between like over and over time.
Yeah, but they would rather see them only half clothed or clothed half the time than clothed none of the time.
Yes.
So it shows that there's still some decency in the work.
Well, to be fair though, like the top 10 doesn't
that was a
have
tie.
a bikini song. Yeah. 13 was a tie. It's Boku no Yurika, and 14 was a tie. Moso Girlfriend too. And Moso Girlfriend's because it's hilarious.
Yeah.
To me, that's the most awkward song and music video.
Which one? Moso Girlfriend.
Moso Girlfriend, yeah.
Yeah, it's because they have the cat outfits.
Yeah, it's just ooh man, like
Who was it? I think it's Haruna who fucking hated it.
Yeah, it might be fun like when you're 12. But...
Oh, Matt's favorite song is number 11. Good timing.
Favorite song of 2018.
Is that really your favorite song? I just thought you liked the title.
Both.
Because you can make all these dumb jokes with it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go through the list, right?
I don't want to go through the list. We already talked about this too much.
What if the people's too low?
No, we have to talk about how Nijino Tsukurikata got robbed by Zipper.
Nah.
Okay, about how the first 3 songs are all quintet songs.
Not quintet songs.
Well, songs by quintet members.
I don't know, right? Like Akarin's on YouTube. I don't watch her videos. Maybe she was like saying, vote once for all my songs or whatever. Like
no.
And it's free, so that means all of her viewers can actually vote for it.
Well, she has her viewers, but I think she said she made a point to say that she never like promoted it. Anyways,
that's kind of a weird point to make.
She mentioned the one funny part from the show.
No, because like she was saying that she felt bad because it's a solo song, right?
Yeah,
and then it becoming like the number 1 song of all of NMB, like it's kind of iffy.
Yeah, being praised for your individual work, man, that's stressful.
But yeah, priority should be number 1. If you just look at the quality of the video and the song, like, so awesome.
I'm trying to think of like what are like good videos, and like for some reason I can't really think right now. Because like
Ha is like one of the best ones.
Oh yeah. That was the one that was filmed on Dotonbori, right?
Yeah, it's the one with the really awesome costumes, and then the like Milky gets kidnapped.
But did they include that, or is it just
that's part of the video?
Because there's that one, and then there's like wasn't there like other like super long videos?
Yeah, the super
were, like,
long
40
one,
minutes?
Step and Totande.
Yeah.
But the half video, like the full half video has the like Milky getting kidnapped and then Sayaka whatever.
Extremely destructive.
That's the other title for the song.
Too bad Sayane doesn't have a video, so we don't know like how it would have ranked.
Thank God. I don't think anybody likes that song. I mean, you want to talk about like your individual achievement overshadowing like Sayane was like number 1. It's just like, oof. I don't know about that.
You know what's kind of weird is that Sayaka doesn't have a song here.
Yeah, it's almost like she's like center of like almost every NMB song, right?
That's true. Like her first center song here is number 6, which is Seisho no Rap Time, which is the NMB anthem.
Well, but we already said that the first 3 are like quintet, so like that's already weird.
That's true. Number 4 is the Sayamilky song.
Yeah, there's no Jungle Gym.
There's no Jungle Gym video.
There's no Jungle Gym video. There's no Osamu Dazai or Yondaka video.
That's true. That's true. If you think about it, like there's no Sayaka song that has a video.
Yeah. Instead, she has her own album. So
yeah.
Whatever. She has her own video. So
Joker has a video, I guess.
So at this show, they also announced a new quintet solo show.
Yeah. So at the end, so I guess like the point was that because like quintet did so well, so they announced that there's gonna be like a part 2 of the quintet solo show that they did in May, and it's still female only.
So when we went to Hokkaido, right? We're gonna talk about like our event reports later, right? There was like this island that used to be like restricted to only guys, and then like when we were there, Andy kept just saying like, "Oh man, this island is dicks only," right?
He even had it was written like in like formal Japanese, right? It just says like girls aren't allowed or something.
Yeah, well, because it's like this is like a holy land, no girls allowed or something, right?
Yeah,
and then like
he just kept like, dicks only.
Yeah, and he wanted to take like a photo. Oh man, dicks only. Like, okay, right. So here's Quintet's revenge against Andy, right? No dicks allowed.
Yes, no dicks allowed.
Okay.
And the thing is, like, they take this way too far, and like even the lobby con, watching outside the theater with the monitors and stuff, like restricted to girls only too.
This girl push is so weird to me, right? Like when you apply for tickets now, like there's girl only seats,
Yeah.
and you're just like, what the hell?
Those are usually
weird.
like off to they're like in the front, but they're off to the side. So at least you're still guaranteed to have at least a decent seat.
But I mean, like you get access to more seats and stuff, right? And that's
Basically,
kinda weird,
you can
right?
choose. First choice is girls only. Second choice is normal seats. So girls get 2 shots at a win, basically.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd like this push. It just feels weird, right?
Well, because we're guys, right? It's hard to say, but
I mean, okay, so like if you go to like a nightclub, which none of us do, looks like, right? Like girls get in for free, they get free drinks or whatever. Like, and then the reason why is because girls actually like seeing more girls at the clubs too. It's not just guys that want to see more girls; it's also girls that want to see more girls. So like that makes sense. But like, I don't know, like straight up banning dudes for stuff like this is to me is just weird. Like, it seems like an artificial push to like make NMB like
The girl group.
Yeah, the girl group for girls.
yeah, I think I don't know. So I heard that like some girls like the girl only shows because it's more, how do I say this?
It's like safer.
Yeah, it feels safer for them. Especially
Yeah.
like going to like an idol show, right? Because they get creeped out by guys, I guess. Because let's be honest, right? Like an idol show doesn't really attract like the cream of the crop in
I
personality.
don't know what you're talking about. Look how awesome I am.
Got that sweet chair.
No, like I get it, right? Like that's the reason why they're like girl only like competitions and stuff like Street Fighter, and then all the guys get mad that they can't participate. But like girls feel more comfortable, or like it's like their own forum, right? Like I can understand that. But like what's weird is that it feels like this push, right? Like NMB's the 48 group for girls, right? Like to me that's just weird.
I think
It's
they
like
locked
they're-
into it. Like NMB locked into it because they produced like Sayaka, Milky, and then Momoka, and then now Akarin, right, with the YouTube stuff, and they're just trying to ride the wave. I don't know. I don't mind it. I think they should. I mean, I hope it catches on. That's the thing. Like,
I don't know.
even though I would, let's say, like they do like a girls only concert, for example, like I'd be kind of pissed, but like, yeah, why not? Maybe they can do it.
Okay. All right, let's move on. Let's go to the miscellaneous session.
Okay. So I think Matt wants to tell a story.
Oh, this is the funny part I remember from the clip show. Is like this one girl kept on yelling stuff up like during the MC. And they kept responding, they're being nice, and then eventually like Nagisa like basically told the girl, "Hey, shut the hell up," or whatever.
Yeah.
Nagisa.
So there was this girl who I don't know why she feels like she's part of the show. So this is a fan, right? So she kept like trying to like answer like whatever, like, so the MCs were Nagisa and Yamarina, right? So they were talking about stuff, and then this girl just like keeps inserting herself into this thing. And at first they were like really nice to her, and then Nagisa was like, you talk a lot. She says in Japanese like, "Yo, shaberu na." So it's a very common saying in Osaka, like, you talk a lot. And then Yamarina says, "Oh, she has a uchiwa, a fan that says like,
Bang.
do a bang
Yeah.
to me."
Bang
And
me.
Nagisa just yeah. So Nagisa does the bang sign, the bang, and she says, "Okay, I've done it to you. Just shut up now." Which I don't know. In English it sounds harsher, but like, and to be fair, in Japanese it's pretty harsh too. But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, but
How
it's
Nag-
Nagisa.
but it's Nagisa, right? So she says it in a way that doesn't feel bad. It doesn't
Yeah.
feel mean. So everyone got a good laugh, but I guess the girl probably was very, very embarrassed.
What do you expect?
But it
Okay,
was-
anyway,
Yeah.
let's move on to our miscellaneous session. Whatever, who cares? First, Machun quits showbiz. Okay.
She
Whatever.
announced, so she had like a fan
Dinner.
meeting on Sunday, and then she announced that in Osaka. She said,
Oh,
and
she still has
announced-
fans.
Oh yeah, of course. And she Yeah, so she announced that she's gonna quit showbiz at the end of the year, and she said that she wanted to do it in Osaka because it's her home. Blah blah blah. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess Rock10's shopping channel is not a good base for your promotion.
Is that like QVC or something?
Yeah, it's QVC.
Home shopping.
It's even worse though. It's like net only QVC.
Can you imagine that? Like you're at home and you're like watching QVC and somebody's like, "I'm gonna quit the entertainment." You're like, "No, I'm gonna have a meeting with all my QVC."
Like imagine like Billy Mays or something.
No, see that's really sad. Just some random QVC girl. Like,
Announced my retirement on the air today.
While
Thank you for
selling
your
like
support.
no,
While
she had
selling
a meeting
knives or something.
she has a meeting at the mall. Sorry, guys. This is the last knife I'm selling.
Man,
Watch
you
it goes
guys
up like
are
on
horrible.
like Yahoo auctions for like thousands of dollars or something.
Oh my god. Cutco, please. Okay. The next bit of news is that there's apparently like every year MTV does this marathon. And then like it's a charity marathon, so like some dude like runs and then people call in and donate. And the guy running the marathon today, he said his favorite song was something rather Hitotsuki Nagara?
Hito iki tsukinagara.
Hitoiki Tsukinagara.
So
And-
while I'm taking a breath.
Okay, so and then he really liked that song and he'd sing it while he's running and stuff. And then when he finished, they like brought out Yamamoto Saika to actually sing it to him. And I don't know, everyone's moved, I guess. So they're so moved that they went to iTunes and bought that song.
Was it like that song or the album? Because it was part of her first album, the
No,
Rainbow
it was part
album.
of what was the
Rainbow.
what was the first one?
Rainbow.
Yeah. No, they bought just the song.
Okay.
So that happened. I guess that was a big deal. When was that? Was it like
It was last Sunday.
Sunday?
Literally the same day as
After Handshake.
Handshake. But she, I wasn't sure. Was that actually live or did that pre-recorded?
It was live.
Okay, so she literally left like an hour after finishing last Handshake, go down to the NTV studio or whatever and film that.
Yeah,
Damn.
basically.
Yeah, because there was something on TV, right? Like I was eating ramen and there was like some marathon going on. I was like, oh, okay, I don't
Becky
know.
did.
Yeah, it was
Whatever.
that guy.
Yeah, now I know. Now I know the
It's. I mean, I think Joe like severely undersold it, but like the TV channel NTV does like a 24-hour.
oh NTV.
Nitere, not MTV.
I said MTV all this, and you guys didn't correct me. I hate you guys.
I mean,
Well,
yeah.
you talked about the whole like countdown stuff, so that's why.
Yeah, so
TRL.
TRL. No, but so it's NTV Nitere, which is like the #1 TV channel in Japan. They
Home of
every
AK
year-
Bingo.
Yeah, it's home of AK Bingo. Yes.
Oh my god,
Magic
that must be
Carnival.
the biggest provider of foreign content.
Yeah. Isn't that Mnet now? Anyway.
Oh, we'll get to that later.
Yeah, so every summer they do like a very big charity event. It's a 24-hour charity event, and it's really fun. Like I would watch it if I didn't have any event that day, but I did. So,
Okay.
so anyway,
You say
so
so.
it was like 24 hours of like them, like I don't know. It's a really fun show. It's like live 24 hours, and they do like a lot of things. Right? So
Yeah.
they have all the big stars show up, like Arashi and, well, used to be SMAP and stuff like that.
That
Yeah.
Goto, come on.
Yeah, because
Who?
he's the host of that show that
Okay.
Sayaka showed up on. Yeah, so, and then every year for the whole 24 hours, they get one guy to run like a crazy amount, like 100 miles or something, like an ultra super marathon. And then they show like sob stories about how he's doing it for his kids, or he has like his mother sick or something like that. And this year it was this guy, and he says that his main story was that he's like really struggling, blah blah blah. He's not really a famous comedian or anything. And then how he would like cheer himself up would be to sing this song to himself.
I see. Well, the reason why I undersell is because I don't really know, right? Let's be honest. I am from the U.S. I don't know some of these things.
Yeah,
all right?
that's true.
Leave me
That's
alone.
But yeah, so it's a big thing. But
Okay.
so it's good for Sayaka. So I hope like it leads to big things for her.
I mean, I think she's already getting enough big things. It's not fair.
That's true.
To the rest of the team being left behind. Anyway, next big item.
Awfully being left behind.
What? How's this speaking of being left behind? Oh, okay, I see. So there's a contest for Miss 17, and Yamamoto Ayaka, Ayan, applied for it, and then, you could vote for it, so people voted for her, and she won. So good for her, yay!
She didn't win, but because of the voting, though. So I think people might have a misunderstanding on that. Like the
what was the voting for then?
No, the voting is for support her. It doesn't mean that if you have the most votes, you win.
What the?
It's like
this is very undemocratic.
Yes,
like the Electoral College.
It is not. So it will help the judges make their decision, but it wasn't the reason for her winning.
That sounds pretty awkward.
Yes.
Rigged even.
Because like, to be fair though, like, she was going up against nobodies.
Well, isn't everybody nobody until they become Miss 17?
Yeah, but she has a built-in fan base. So if they make it based on the voting, she would win hands down.
Oh, just like Produce 40.
Hey, don't say the P word.
Oh my god. Hancho on, please. Okay. Anyway, so she won. That's a big deal. There's a lot of prestigious alumni, right? Like Hirose Suzu.
She even posted
Kitagawa
a two-shot with
Keiko.
Suzu. Yeah, Kitagawa Keiko, Honda Tsubasa, all these really, really famous actresses.
If you guys don't know who Kitagawa Keiko is, you should watch Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift.
What?
She's in it.
She's there. I don't think she has many lines. Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't know.
You thought I was playing? I ain't playing.
Fast
She's in the same movie as she's in the same movie as Vin Diesel, man. Think about that.
And Paul Walker.
Was Paul Walker in Tokyo Drift? I don't think he was.
It was
I don't think they
like a sequel, like a prequel sequel or something, like 10 years in the future or whatever.
No, yeah. So, no, Tokyo Drift is officially out of canon because they killed someone important, I think, and then the guy got brought back in the next movie.
No. I think 3 is like the latest in the timeline. So like 4, they went back or something. Something stupid like that.
So everything's
Fate
like
of the Furious?
moving towards Tokyo Drift.
It doesn't. Who cares, man? It's an action movie.
Yeah.
Fast
Anyway,
cars.
so if you like Kitagawa Keiko, check out Tokyo Drift. It's funny because like they're trying to simulate that it's in Tokyo, and there's like all these like Asian actors, but they're not actually Japanese, and like the one person that actually is Japanese, like they don't let her speak Japanese really. I think she just says like one-liners like "so" or something, which is really funny. And then they have like the Chinese guy speak terrible Japanese.
Yeah.
Because he's Chinese American. He's not like Chinese.
I remember watching Heroes, and I realized that Hiro in Heroes is actually Japanese, but the other guy Ando is not Japanese, and he and whenever he has Japanese lines, it was like the worst Japanese ever.
All right. So because of Miss Ayan winning Miss 17, it was in the middle of a tour, right? So like they had to announce that like the NMB's favorite lolicon girl. Yeah.
So basically, they announced that Ayan wasn't showing up to that concert like after it got announced that she won Miss 17, because obviously they couldn't say that Ayan's not gonna show up to the concert because reasons.
Okay. Anyway, so they had everyone's favorite lolly. Kato sub in for her, and I guess everyone had a good time in Fukuoka. End of this story.
Actually, I can't
end of our news.
It's hot exclusive I heard about Kato's appearance at the Fukuoka show. So I guess during What Up the People, Kato I guess ran into Sayaka like really hard. Didn't like fall on her ass or anything, but I guess it was that's kind of funny or whatever. They ran into each other, and then right after that they did like the MC. And I guess they started like bullying Sayaka. It's like, look at Sayaka's big mean girl pushing down a small little girl, Kato. That's pretty funny. That's all I got.
Man, you need to work on your timing. Oh my god, dude. That's all I got. How you can't end a joke like that? That's so weird. Okay.
Discussion.
Oh my god. Yes, discussion.
Sayaka's
Make better
mean.
jokes.
Sayaka's mean too.
Make better jokes.
It wasn't a joke, it was a story.
Okay, make better stories.
Tell better stories.
Yeah. Even Ryan's making fun of you. Dude, look. Oh my god. What do we become? Anyway, that's it for news. Let's move on to event reports. Some of us attended things. I hinted at it before. So, Matt, being from the glorious city, prefecture of Tochigi, attended the Sendai one along with Matt. Yeah, Matt attended with Matt. Good job, Joe.
Yep.
Matt attended with Ryan and Andy. You guys have any stories? Any stupid... I know you guys have... I know you have one story, which is Matt is being really stingy and didn't want to eat anywhere because he only wanted to spend 2,000 yen, and then he blows it all on the UFO catcher. Come on, man.
Imagine going to like really far north, right? And then like it's really far away from Tokyo, and then okay, so this is our only night here. Like, what are we gonna eat? Let's go to Caesarea.
Sendai's famous delicacy.
Oh my god.
How are you proud of this, man?
No, and the thing is, like, I saw this other restaurant that's like, it's Otoya, which is, I mean, it's pretty much Caesarea, right? Except like it has different kinds of food. It's like, oh, let's go here then. It's like, no, I have to have drink bar. It's like, it has fucking drink bar. I can see it from the window.
It's like, too late, we're already past it.
No, it's not the drink bar that I want. So I was like, he says, oh, it doesn't have drink bar, and then like Andy and I were like, it has drink bar. I can see it from here.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, that's enough making fun of Matt. How was the concert?
Oh, well, we can talk about before the concert because they mentioned I spent all my money on the UFO catcher because they have the special NMB 48 UFO catcher where it's 200 yen a pop. You get 4 tries, and then you have to go back to end the line. And it's really hard to win. Like I feel like harder than usual UFO catcher because it's like you're picking up little capsule toy things, and inside the capsules are these little like charm keychains, acrylic keychains of like RAM members. I won 3 out of 4 attempts. Well, 3 out of 16. Yeah,
Okay.
did math. Yeah. So I won 3 keychains. I won Ijiri Anna. Natsu, and who's the last one?
Oden Yui's sister.
Yeah, Oden Yuri's sister. Yuri's sister.
You say Oda and Yuri's sister?
Yep.
Who?
It's Oda Yuri's sister.
No.
Who also has the name Yuri?
Oda, my sister, right?
No. He got Oden Yui's sister.
So yeah, I got Oda Mai.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, we were giving. So he was asking like, who's this person, right? So Andy and I were giving him shit and said like, oh, it's Odan Yui's sister, which is Odan Yui is like the 6th gen girl. That is
older
Machi's
sister.
Okay, I was really confused. Okay,
Yeah. So my god.
you can give me crap too.
Yeah, so I got these like garbage members I'm giving shit about. And so. But you know, it's a fun time. I gotta do something fun while waiting.
Have you seen like those professional UFO catcher players?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've seen them on TV. They're really good.
On YouTube. Like, oh my god, it's so insane. I wonder if they can win all the time and get nothing but
I feel like
sidekicks.
because they give you 4 chances. I wonder if it's like because like it's how UFO catchers like they program them to only.
No, that's only in the
strong.
U.S. That's only in the U.S.
Strengths. So it's like 1 in 4, 2 in 4 chances will be extra strong.
That's only in the U.S.
Really? They have that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no wonder like they went out of business.
They're not out of business.
They still
You just
have
don't
them
eat
at, like, movie
you don't eat at
theaters.
Denny's anymore.
Yeah, that too.
The Japanese UFO catchers are like supposed to be like all skill and pretty consistent. And usually the reason why people win is because if they play enough, the staff will come by and make it easier for you. So
Yeah, eventually, if staff notices that you're playing way too much, they just give it to you.
Unless you're at the NMB one, in which case they notice you're playing too much to kick you out because you're not supposed to do 4 times.
Yes. Well, that's different.
I'm thinking about Las Vegas, where if you play too much, they give you free drinks and free food.
But yeah, the special thing with this UFO catcher was some of them have like a signed like checkie inside them.
Oh,
It's
do
like
they?
little
I didn't know.
capsules, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Didn't win.
I know that they're signed balls, like because like the members would sign them before
Yeah.
like the show.
All right.
Yeah, the Sendai show was good. I thought it was.
Is there? I want to hear like any specifics, right? Like, because I was. We can talk about Sapporo later, but is there any like major differences between Sapporo?
The crowd.
Okay.
They fucked up the encore chant.
Oh boy, you didn't even hear what happened at
you should have
Sapporo.
been in Sapporo. That was way fucking worse.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So in
We'll
Sendai,
get to that later.
like my impression of Sendai, I've been to like 3 shows, and it was like the hottest crowd I've been
Really?
to in this.
Hotter than Tokyo.
Yeah, Tokyo sucked.
Even after the announcement?
Yeah. So they're from Tokyo, and it's not. You didn't have to be hardcore, right, to apply to a Tokyo show because of the population, right? So there's way too many people in Tokyo. So you get a lot of casuals who maybe not really that familiar with NMB. But the thing with
Who's
Sendai is
Sayaka?
like Sendai itself, like didn't have enough people to fill up the stadium, the hall, right? So you get a lot of like the people who would travel from Tokyo to Sendai to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that bad to travel to Sendai. It's like, I don't know, an hour and a half by
made for you.
Shinkansen. So but then you would have to be like really dedicated to actually do it. So you got like
I don't know if you would
people.
say dedicated.
Insane.
But I'm probably saying that because like my friend's mom used to go to like Sendai for concerts too. So I think that's pretty normal actually. My friend's mom, right? Not like other otaku, right? Like my friend's mom, a normal person.
Well, I mean, she's probably like really hardcore into like whatever K-pop she wants to see. Yeah, so I felt like it was really whatever the reason was, the crowd was really hot, and the thing was that maybe the size of the hall contributed to it because it was tiny, right, Matt? Like even 3rd floor wasn't as bad as like 2nd floor in Sapporo.
Well, there was no 2nd floor. It was a
Yeah,
4th
it's
floor.
4th. Well, they called it 2nd floor.
Yeah. Okay.
But like it was like 3rd floor was like still low enough where you get like a really good view. Yeah, so performance wise there wasn't really that much difference. Like it was even like the exact same set list as Sapporo.
Yeah. Okay. So and is that it, Matt? What do you have to say?
It was fun, I guess. I know. I didn't have as good seats as Ryan and Andy. I was like up in the 3rd floor. I was in the front row, but yeah, I mean it was a fun. NMB shows are always fun, so I liked it. I don't necessarily regret going.
Jesus Christ!
That's
That
the
sounds
highest
pretty
recommendation.
negative.
Put it on the back of the box, like a poster. Don't regret going. 4 stars or whatever.
Yeah, it was really fun. Like
NMB shows are always fun to go to.
yeah, the smaller the venue, obviously, the more fun it is. I think.
All right. Next stop on the tour was Sapporo. I had a lot of fun in the city. I don't know why. Like as soon as I landed in Hokkaido, I was like, "Damn, dude, this is cool!" Right? Like I get out,
Literally cool.
get off the airplane, and I see like a photo of like Hokkaido like during winter, and I was like, "Man, dude, I'm somewhere else."
Yeah, and you go to Mr. Donut.
No, dude, I had that cheap fried chicken.
Oh yeah. And then
I went to Mr. Donut because I needed a cafe, and like the ones I wanted to go to were really expensive.
So how was the show for you?
The show was kind of I don't know. I didn't really. I thought like it was lacking in a lot of areas. For one, it didn't feel really sharp. Like it didn't look like they practiced, and to me that like stuck out a lot. Like the song that only the top dancers can do, "Must Be Now," that looked really bad. Like I'm sorry, but it did.
That's a bad song anyway.
Oh
Yeah, but I don't care if you think it's a bad song, but you can't do it bad. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. The concept of the there's like this segment of the show that I like to call like the Japanese portion. But like they had like the yukatas and everything. Yeah, and then they had like like all this traditional. They had like Yuri playing like the flute or something.
Yeah, which
I don't think
she wasn't playing. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she was really playing the flute. Which, again, like to me, like conceptually, that part was really cool, but in terms of performance, it was totally lacking. Right? She didn't really play the flute, and it's pretty obvious after a while. And then, like when they were like waving like their little ribbon things, it didn't look like they had any choreography or coordination. It looked like they like found some toilet paper and were waving around.
Yeah. Andy actually said the same thing after Sendai. He was telling me that like, oh, it was really good, but like that like cloth waving thing, it looked awful.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't notice. I didn't really care very much. Yeah. I guess, but
yeah, I was gonna say like, yeah, I just remember like the open really good opening and then very good closing. The middle part kind of sucked.
So there's also the one part where they run through the audience and stuff. Like, I was in the back. I had no idea where anybody was. All I could see was Yuri in the front. She looked kind of like, she's like, oh, I'll stay behind. I'll hold down the fort. You guys go, right? It was like that kind of attitude. I was like, what's going on? I can't see anything. This is really weird.
Yeah, well, the problem with the Sapporo was like the hall was too big, I think.
Yeah, I saw Irie running, and I was like, well, there she goes. I don't know, whatever.
But yeah, so just to like paint a picture to people listening, I guess, like so like 48 nowadays does the thing where like the members would like go up into the audience, like
nosebleed sections.
Yeah, everywhere basically, so that like no one will feel cheated, right? Like at least they saw members and then they could wave to them and whatever. So they would do like the fun songs like Dorian Shonen or like what other songs did they do? Like the summer
Nagiichi,
ones, right? Yeah, Nagiichi and stuff like that. So that like people
Muso
will be like
girlfriend.
really hyped. Yeah, Muso girlfriend. Yeah, so people will be really hyped, and then the members would be like running around the seats, so they and then like waving to people, and then like people enjoy it. I really don't like it actually, but
yeah,
because they're not performing. Basically, they're just saying that, oh, we don't need to do shit. We just like walk around and wave to you, and then you'll be happy, right?
It works.
Well, I mean, it does work.
For you. For me, it always feels, I don't know, that kind of stuff always feels weird, right? Because you're just trying to get like, oh, hey, look, you saw me, yay! I don't know.
Yeah, basically.
It feels like you're trying to pander for attention too much, and I don't really like that. As a fan, I feel like that's like the goal, right? Like, oh, do something stupid so that they notice you or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like, oh man, she said hi to me. It's like,
she picked up my Uchiwa.
That's the culture, right? The rest culture. And
yeah. She pointed at me, like maybe she pointed at the guy behind me, like just like real life when that happens.
Actually, I hate it when
I always tell people that like you should always just assume that it's you because it's more fun that way, and you can't really know either way. Anyway.
Can't prove it.
Yeah.
Well, you can say the same thing about lots of things in real life. Yeah, just assume that she's like totally in love with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, going with what Ryan said about how he hates how they come up to the crowd and talk and run around. I also hate it when they do it with the camera stuff, when you do like the recording times.
Yes, I was saying that.
Because no one ever like watches actual performances.
Yeah,
they just want to look through the camera the whole time, so it's really...
Because there is no performance.
No, because they'll still have like a few members like on the stage, and so...
Yeah, but like they're not really singing, right? Like that's the one thing I noticed during Senkyo, because they made it a big deal for everyone except Azusa to run towards their fan group.
Everyone except Azusa.
And it's just like no one's paying attention anymore. Like there's no you don't even know what song's playing, really. Like it's really bad, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Like I'm just happy that NMB didn't do that this round, this time. Like they didn't do like, oh, you can take videos.
That's like the only time I did that was the arena tour last year for Yokohama.
But only for Tokyo. Yeah, only for Yokohama. They didn't do it for anywhere else. And that's because Hikakin was there, and that was the only reason.
All right, and then last thing I want to talk about, we talked about the encore. Like you said, the encore is really bad. So like when Hokkaido, like I don't know what goes on in an encore, right? Like sometimes somebody stands up and says some crap. Like I usually assume, I think most of the crowd does too, that like that's some guy that like everybody chose to like represent the people. But instead, it was some dude like that had his own like agenda, and he like got the crowd to chant Sayane and Shion, right?
Yeah.
And that was so awkward. Like I've never seen an encore start so fast.
Yeah.
That was bad. Yeah, that was really bad.
That was really bad.
It's like Andy and I were trying to get an NMB chant started, but we couldn't.
But like I didn't know because I was like maybe this guy's like representing the people. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean I'm pretty sure like okay. So you notice that like they asked in this place, right? They asked like how many people here are from outside Hokkaido, are from Hokkaido. It was like fucking everybody. right? And then that was the first time I've ever seen that, by the way. Like, usually, like in Sendai, right? There were more people from outside Sendai than actually from Sendai.
Oh, yeah. That was the cool thing about Hokkaido, right? Like, people there were like, they were committed. Because, I don't know, the guy whose ticket I obtained,
yeah.
he said, like, oh, like, he was a young guy, right? He's a university student. You can't go to Tokyo all the time like us, right? Like, it's really expensive. He doesn't have a job. So, like, having something like this was, like, really good for him, right? And that's
exactly.
really cool.
I have a friend who's from Hokkaido, and if you look at his Twitter feed, he's always so emo about, like, not being able to go to events very much. I mean, even if you have a job, right? You can't just, like, get on a plane and go to an event all the time.
Yeah. So, like, that's really, like, that was, like, the goal of the tour. So I thought that was cool. And that's why when the guy stood up, I was like, yo, dude, this guy is representing the people of Hokkaido, right? And then he just messes everything up. Why am I chanting Sayonara? That's so awkward.
Also, weren't they selling, like, day of tickets at the Sapporo show?
They were doing it for... Yeah, they were doing it for Sapporo.
Yeah.
I mean, that's unavoidable. Like, but it was really full, though, right, Joe?
Yeah, well, where I was. I don't know how it was, like, on the second floor.
Yeah, maybe there was, like, open seats in the second floor, but it was, for the most part, it was really full.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
is that all? Well, we did rent a car, and we went all the way out to some Inaka, some random village to eat uni. That was, like, the highlight of my trip, I think.
Oh, man, that
was
really fun. Well, the crab was really good, too.
Oh, man, I didn't really like the crab, but, like...
Really?
It's weird because, like, afterwards, like, I was just like, man, eating crab again would be nice. But, like, I didn't really like it that much. Like, I don't know. I'm not a crab connoisseur, so I don't know, but, like, it felt really watery. And
yeah, I was going to say,
it didn't feel...
It would have been better.
It didn't feel that watery, but you're just like, I don't know if this is, like, the best quality, right?
Probably not.
Or not even, I don't know if it's even good quality. And so, like, there's always that doubt in my mind. I was like, And then I also met Ryan's friends, right? Like he befriended some female Yuri fans or whatever, and like one of them started talking to me for some reason. I thought it was really weird because usually no one talks to me, and they don't like randomly strike up conversations in Japanese too, because everyone's like, oh, that guy probably doesn't speak Japanese. And she just went off. Oh, okay,
she's a nice person, I guess.
And that's it, right? That's all of our event reports.
Well, do you want me to tell the airport story?
Does anybody want to hear the airport story? And by anybody, I mean Matt. Do you want to hear the airport story? Okay.
The people want to hear it.
The people, man. We keep talking about the people as if we know what they're saying.
Matt,
we never get any comments.
The people's choice.
There was,
of course, it would be
4 comments last video.
If you say so.
I don't know. I don't think I can tell the story very well though. But it's like,
okay, watch. I'm gonna tell the story. And we'll see what happens.
And then
right?
I'll tell the story, and then we'll vote on who has the best story.
All right. So like, I'm gonna pretend I'm Ryan, right? So I was at the airport, right? And I was just sitting down, and then because like our gate, right? Like we're flying Peach because Peach is the cheapest. So we sit down, right? And then like Andy sits down like right next to me, and then like. I'm so tired, right? I don't even notice. But then, like, Andy's just trying to, like, check the gate information, right? So, he stands up, and then, like, he like, he's, like, pointing at the gate, like, trying to figure out, like, the flight information. And then all of a sudden I notice, I'm like, oh my god, dude. Like, all the NMB girls are, like, right here. They're, like, at the same gate. And so, like, Andy was actually, like, sitting next to Akarin. And then, like, Andy, like, stood up. And, like, he's, like, getting in front of Akarin, like, trying to point to the thing. And supposedly... because I wasn't really there. But I was there in spirit. Was that like they were like trying
flight?
Yeah, I had a ticket for the flight, and they were like trying their best like to not look because they kind of like recognize us, like they've seen us before, right? But like there's like that kind of like barrier, right? Like you don't really want to interfere with them. They're like working but not really working, so it's just like yeah. So like it was really awkward for both me and them because like it's kind of like I do want to say hi, right? But like I didn't pay to say hi this time, like. I don't know what's going on. Plus, like, you're kind of in the same spot, so it's kind of really awkward, right? Because if you see them on the street, it's like, oh, hey, it's you, okay, I'll see you later, right? You can't do that here, because you're waiting for a plane. You might even be the same plane, because you thought Yoshimoto was cheap, and they sent all their members on Peach, too. And, like, I think... And the other thing is, right, because I was talking to Andy, and, like, we speak... We speak English, and that really stands out in Japan. Because everybody studies English, but not very well, so like they can recognize when it's English, and sometimes they're curious, and they know it's English, so they're like you draw some attention, and it's just I don't know. So like they're like trying to look, they're like looking at you, but they don't really want to look at you, and also you've seen them before, so it's a really awkward situation. And luckily we weren't on the same flight. Like they ended up flying JAL, and we were on Peach, so it's a good save.
Good story, Joe.
Thanks.
A nice storyline.
Yo, I got you. There you go.
Yeah.
There's your.
That's how you tell a story.
But
Joe, can you tell my Sayaka handshake story next?
Okay,
I
so
don't
like,
think Joe knows your story though.
so it was my last ticket, right? Like this is the last because I don't have tickets for the next event. So I finally got to see her, right? And it was really sad because like it's the last time I'm gonna be able to see her as an official member of NMB. My last handshake ticket, so like I use that time. I'll be like, "Oh man, this is the last time I'm gonna see you." And she's like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, and I was like, "Oh, I'll always remember you. Like, this is, this will be like we had such a good time together." And she's like, "Yeah, I know. See you later." And I was, oh man, I was really sad. I was all broken up over it.
Did you cry, Joe?
I felt really emotional, like right here,
Yeah.
like in the chest.
Yeah.
They're you don't feel emotion in the elbows. You just feel it like right here in the chest. And I was just like, oh my god. I mean, she did say that like she wanted to have like fan meetings, like the QVC girl. So
Machu.
so like maybe there's still hope that I'll be able to see her again, like in a handshake type event. But still, like it might not happen. So like thinking about that, it's kind of like depressing, I don't know what's going on. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, you nailed it.
I can't wait till we get to our segment about international fans that just make up stuff.
You just like lost all your credibility.
Now, this is like the movie version of the book.
Yeah, basically. I mean, it's not.
I can't wait for him to make a movie based off of Andy's handshake reports. Starring Tom Cruise as Andy and
Cameron Diaz.
No, not her.
I'm saying that because that was the Austin Powers 3.
Scarlett Johansson. Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, it's because
as
she's Asian.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because she's Asian.
As Sayaka and Miru and everyone.
Because that's what that one girl said, right, on like the cast of like Crazy Rich Asians. Like, oh, who do you want you to play as you in an autobiography? And like, oh, Scarlett Johansson.
So bad.
Okay, do you have anything to add to your actual stories?
No, I guess the other thing also I ripped off of Andy's idea when we did this with Milky 2 years ago was I wanted to give like some more deeper thoughts to Sayaka. So I wrote down like translations on a little piece of paper. I stuck them like in my ticket holder, and I'm like, "Look at this. These are subtitles. You read these. I'm gonna talk to you in English." And so I did that for 2 tickets, and she got the feeling. She got what I was getting at. It was good.
Oh, they let you do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, as long as like, you're not like waving it, as long as your hand's free, I'm just like, I pointed at. Look at this. Look at this.
Okay. So it's like facing her. I thought like you actually gave it to her.
No. Because that would be against the rules.
And then she can read it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ryan, do you have anything to add to your own story that I retold?
Not really. That's fine.
One of my favorite parts is that Andy said, like, Yuri didn't even see you at the airport, man. How bad does that feel? It's like, who is she ignoring?
I don't know. Maybe she wasn't. She was just focusing on Sayaka. See, it's Saya Yuri there.
Yeah, but she didn't spend money on handshake tickets on Yuri like you did. Damn, you were sponsoring this relationship. How does that feel?
Sounds terrible, Joe.
Thank you.
I don't like to think of it that way.
Too bad. I put it in your head. Just like how I tell you not to think of a pink elephant, and all you can think of is a pink elephant. Even though I told you not to.
Pink elephant.
Rug the game. I just lost the game.
I don't know this other thing that you wrote down. Trolling Yuri's lane with Anchi.
This is last
It sounds like you went. It sounds like you went to the lane together with Anchu to troll her. You guys Rembang? Is that it?
Kind. Well, that's not officially.
No,
So
it was the
Anchu's
end
lane
of
was.
it was the end of the slot.
Yeah. Anchu's lane was right next to Yuri's lane. So, like, it just happened to be, like, Ryan and his crew were there at the same time as I was talking to Anchu. So I started talking to Anchu about Disneyland, and I'm like, hey, do you like Disney? She's like, Disney Daisuki! And she was so loud that she made, caught Yuri off guard. Just like, oh, I guess Anchu really likes Disney. You know, like, while she was talking to Ryan's friend, basically ruined his handshake because she was talking that. It was really funny.
Also, that was the best Japanese I've ever seen you use.
Or was that Anchu's best English?
No.
So
Okay.
I actually told Yuri. So it was my turn. So Matt was gone.
Afterwards,
and I said, I told her, Anchu's really loud, and she's like, yeah. Hey, was that your friend?
Dude, look, she's not even looking at you. She pays attention to your friends more than you. And Saika, how does that feel? Ooh.
Speaking of
Damage
that, it actually happened.
Damage to the emotions.
It actually happened like later too.
Not here.
So Andy was lining up for Miru, and which was on the same lane as Anchu because it was a different slot, right? So it was Miru's lane, and he was lining up, and then there was no one in Yuri's lane, so like Yuri was just like looking out, and Andy did the Nekoya pose. I have no idea what the Nekoya pose is. Something like this.
Yeah, like
Can you see this, Joe?
No, I don't. I think you're doing this.
Like the Hashimoto Kana pose?
Yeah, I think you're doing the
Oh,
girl
it
in
was something
10,000.
like this. I have no idea. I don't watch Produce. But like he was doing like Nekoya or something. Nekoya. And then like Yuri did it back to him. And
Ooh.
Get that Watashi Kanji.
It's funny how much you guys hate K-pop fans, and yet your girls are like super K-pop.
no,
fans.
Yuri's not interested in Produce. She's just like finds that song interesting. Anyway, so
Me too.
so to
Yeah,
connect it
just
to
like
the
just like she doesn't find you interesting.
Oh.
Friends.
So when I went up to her, she was like, "Oh, was that your friend?" I said, like, "Oh yeah, it's the guy that I was sitting beside Akari in the airport."
Yeah.
Yeah, she found that hilarious.
Oh, then she said,
Wait,
I think she
where's the
was,
punchline?
Oh, wait, no, the
That was
punchline.
supposed to be the punchline. I didn't deliver it like a
No,
punchline.
the punchline was like, I think later Andy was talking to Akarin. He's like, oh yeah, I think I saw you and your friend. Is he Chinese or something? Like, that was the funny part.
Not
Well, he is, right?
Huh?
Aren't you like ethnic Chinese?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, so she was right.
I don't know, like where I
He doesn't
come from,
identify as Chinese though.
Like, yeah,
His
Chinese
pronoun.
have a
His pronoun.
bad reputation.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough of making fun of you guys. I don't know why you guys don't take shots at me yet. I've been waiting for them.
Well, you weren't
Probably.
there. I mean,
Yeah, you weren't there. It's not fair.
you want us to make fun of Joe for some reason?
You can't do that either because I'll be the first one on board. I don't know. I'm whatever. The more I think about it, it's like the more I think about like if I try not to care, I just end up like
Carry
not
on.
being an Idol fan. So that's kind of weird.
Did you buy anything
That's-
for this single?
No.
No. Are you waiting for like the NMB single, or you just don't care anymore?
I am either waiting for an NMB single or I am waiting to save money.
For what?
Yeah. I don't know.
The next single.
The next single. It's like Joe's gonna
the-
ball out on the Senkyo single.
There's so many meta topics that I think are really funny, like that I wanted to talk about. For example, right? Like I would talk to other people, right? And I'd be like, "Oh God, dude, like this month is like really tough, right? Like I'm not gonna make my savings target for the end of the month, or like I'm just gonna fall like right below it, right?" And then other people were like, "That's your savings target? That's more money than I have in my bank account now." And I was like, "Oh my God, dude, you guys are so bad with money. Like, how is this possible?"
Well,
Not bad.
I'm not going to talk about you guys. I don't know what you guys do, and I don't know if you feel at liberty to discuss it publicly. That's why I didn't name my friends. But you can.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can figure them
probably
out.
should
But
have named them.
so yeah, I was like thinking about that. And I'm like, oh yeah, well maybe I should save some money. Like things like the Hokkaido trip, I think were more expensive than I originally planned. Because these expenses just come at you out of nowhere, right?
Yeah,
like,
you don't
oh, I didn't know like a room was going to be like that much money. But like when I think about it, that was actually really cheap. And
It
I was
was
like,
really
what the hell?
cheap.
Yeah, I was like, how am I paying this much? And I think about it, I was like, oh, that's not that much.
Yeah.
So there's
I think-
that there's food and like because you eat out, you have to eat out for every meal. That adds up. And then you want to eat. You don't want to eat like Caesarea, right?
Maybe you guys don't.
You kind of want to get into like
I might mix
the
it up, try like skia, something fancy.
Oh man, Matt, we were so happy
Are you
that you weren't
Are you
there.
gonna get the ginger topping too?
No,
Oh,
fuck
that's
that.
too much
Ew.
for you.
It was like while we were eating, was it the sushi or the crab? And it was like, oh man, good thing Matt's not here, or we wouldn't
Well, I
be
said-
eating this.
Yeah, see,
I say that about everything.
that's true, but like especially seafood, that's like I'm like the worst person to take with you on a trip because like I don't eat. I'm like so
Fuck,
picky.
it's fucking crab though. Like, how would you not like crab? What kind of?
I can see
communist
how you
are
cannot. I can see how you cannot like crab. For one, we didn't like crab, right? Because it took forever. It took so much work to like get the stupid meat out of
claw.
the hairy crab.
No, was the hairy crab the worst one or the other one, like the thin one?
To me, it was the hairy crab
Yeah,
because like
it was the hairy.
it even has its own like eating process.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we should skip that. By the way,
I think I also
We should not skip the hairy crab. That was Joe's favorite item of Hokkaido.
really? Oh, mine was the uni. It's like fucking awesome.
No, I didn't refer to myself in the third person.
Yes. Are you still doing the telling others stories for them?
No, I'm talking about like Joe Eriko
Ah, okay.
at the MC.
Oh,
She's like,
yeah. She did say she liked the hairy crab.
right? So I was
She
like, yo,
probably
dude,
had,
this better
like,
be
2
good.
levels higher quality than what we had, though.
She probably had somebody open it, and like she probably like only ate the kani miso or whatever, and then like gave the rest to somebody else. Like, see, I would use a handshake ticket to like ask her about that. Be like, yo, dude, I was at that concert. You said you like hairy crab, so like me and my friends went to go get it. Man, that was so terrible. We were so smelly, and like it took so much work.
I can imagine her reaction, though. It was gonna be like, ha 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 ha. Bye bye.
That's her reaction to everything. So
Yes.
I don't know. I'm used
I
to
know.
it now.
That's why I said like I could imagine her reaction.
Okay, well, what was our meta topic? Our meta topic today was we were going to make fun of like international fans, right?
Yeah.
And it's becoming really, really bad now because of a certain show named Produce 48.
We have to
Neko
insert
ya,
like
neko ya,
threatening
neko,
music
neko,
here,
neko.
or that one.
Yeah, Neklia, the most threatening music of all time. What are they saying? I can't hear them.
I want to pick me
I
up.
want. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I want to pick meat. I want to pick meat up from like the grocery. Like, oh, sure, right? It's on sale.
Pick up a ham.
Yeah, Hangaku sale. Let's go.
Costco ham.
But like, okay, so like, I don't understand what's going on in Produce 48 land. Like, I don't know where the fans are coming from, right? Because it seems like there's also all these like closet like AKB48 fans coming. Like, oh yeah,
Like-
I used to follow Meow like when she was Kami or she was
Which was in ponytail shushu.
yeah, stuff like that, or when she was in Media Senbatsu, right?
Relapse.
No, to me.
Relapse.
Like, no, you
AKB
weren't.
fans.
Yeah, it's so weird, right? And so like now like we're seeing this influx of like incorrect knowledge just like
Or like
Just
outdated
take-
knowledge.
take over Twitter. No, not outdated, just straight up incorrect, right? Like on Twitter there was like some guy that was like, "Hey, Meow was like always like was much more popular than Watanabe Mayu," and I'm like, "Oh my god, no." Where did that even come from?
It's okay. Just for the record, there's no universe where Meow was ever more popular than Watanabe Mayu, except maybe like the Meow household. Maybe even then.
What a universe that household is.
Yes.
Just like in Men in Black, dude, universes can be any size.
Yeah, it can be like marble or something.
Yeah. just stuff like that is just like getting more prevalent. And like, so in our community, in our NMB community, we see like members like Miru and Saya. I guess they were like the two ones that survived the first cuts, I think.
Same.
Oh, because like Uka and Koko-chan were the other ones, right?
Yeah.
And Azusa and Kokona.
Yeah, they cut themselves.
Yeah. Well, we don't know.
Like
Probably.
like emo people.
You have to cut along the thing, not across. Yes.
Cut
I don't know where you're supposed to cut. Anyway, so like after the first round of cuts, like Miru and Saya were left, and so you're seeing like a lot more like Miru Saya fans come out, but like they don't know anything, right? Like they'll be like, "Oh man, she looks so pretty when she did this performance." It's like, yeah, it's like, oh, I need to watch more stuff of hers, and then you realize that like Saya is not really.
Doesn't look like that all the time.
She's not really that interesting, I think. Well, I don't want to say that like negatively, but like. How would I say it, right? Like, if you watch her TV show, you won't be like, oh man, this girl is like the best.
Like
right?
the Shogi,
like,
the Shogi show.
The what?
The Shogi one. The
Well,
one.
she did the Mahjong, right?
Oh, Mahjong, yeah. Same.
Yeah, she has a mahjong show that she inherited from Lilipon.
Yeah.
Shogi was a Nogizaka girl, right? No? Okay. No, because my friend showed me this video where, like... My friend showed me this video where, like, there's this, like, shogi player, and, like, in the middle of a match, he just, like, takes off his wig, and everyone's, like, shocked because they didn't know he was really wearing a wig. And I think, like, when he showed me that video, like, one of the commentators, like, was, like, a Nogizaka girl. Whatever. Anyway. So, like, you're seeing all these fans, right, that they're like, oh, man, I gotta learn more about Sayapi, and then, like, you realize that there's just, like... I mean, like, she's...
about her.
Yeah, like, she's a cool performer, and, like, if you go to Handshakes, if you like the chill, like, cool personality that's, like, down to earth, then, like, she's really cool. But, like, if you're looking for something, like, silly and funny, like, that's not her, right? And so people get upset, and I'm just like, okay, sure.
It's expectations versus reality, right? Like, I think what's hilarious is that, like, there was, like, so, like, we're not gonna talk about it specifically, but like like Mr. A tweeted something about Miru, for example, right? And then like this was like an actual conversation he had with Miru. Yeah. And then like some people were like replying to him, "Oh, I don't think that's true. I think because I've seen Miru and I've seen Miru on the show, and she's like really earnest, and she really was really happy when she got like this position. So I think that's not true." It's like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, that's the weirdest. Like, why would you argue with somebody that's actually there? that makes me like.
With Miru.
That makes me so mad. Well, speaking of Mr. A, you know, like other shows will talk about him too. Other casts have like made it a point to like talk about his activities, right? And like we're in the same chat room. It was like, dude, look what they're saying about you here, right? And he's like, what the heck?
I didn't say
like,
that.
You're even gossiping about people that you could just ask directly. Like, it's so weird.
I mean, it's not like he's some celebrity, right? Like he has a Twitter account and he's like, you know, like very
600 followers.
Yeah. He's not like if you at him, he will reply to you.
Yeah, it's so weird that like people like they make up stuff, especially I think the reason why you say expectations versus reality, it's not just expectations, right? It's because they don't understand the language, and when you don't understand the language, you just start making stuff up.
You fill in the gaps with what you want to hear.
Yeah, with what you want to believe,
or you use like what you have, right? Like if somebody's talking to you and you don't understand what they're saying, you always use like body language, right? And then sometimes they say like yes, and then like that's how you confirm. And so that's what they're doing, right? They're like confirming things with their body language, but they're not talking to them. So it's like, oh yeah, she looks pretty happy, like all the editing and stuff, and it's just like, yeah, because you're filling in all the holes because you don't understand what they're saying. It's really awkward. This happens everywhere in international like communities, and I hate it.
I mean, it's not restricted 48, right? The thing is, like, because of Produce, it just like brought these people out.
Well, I say it's not just restricted. Together. It's not just 48. It's not just K-pop. It's like any fandom that has like international like basis, right? Like that if they don't understand the language, and they start making stuff up. And it's really weird. That reminds me of when, like, we went to a handshake event, and then, like, next door was, like, the Justin Bieber concert. And I see all these guys, like, trying to look all hard with their, like, Justin Bieber, like, shirts and stuff. Yeah. And they got, like, the backwards hat and the gold chains, and I'm just like, this is Japan, man. This is Justin Bieber. What's going on? Right? And maybe it's the same thing, right? Like, these Japanese people are just making stuff up about how cool Justin Bieber is.
I mean, to be fair, though, people in Japan think he's really cool. Right? So he's like like in America and like Western fandom, like make fun of him for being like try hard, right? He thinks he's Jay-Z or something. But like the Japanese fans like actually think he's like this like he's Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like again, they fill in the holes, their gaps of knowledge with what they want to believe.
I mean, idol fans in general do this, like filling in the holes, right? The thing is, like, because like we don't have, okay, grow up, Joe. So we don't have like the full.
Idol fans are good at filling in.
Yeah, we don't have like the full view of like what the girls are thinking, what they're doing, right? Like the good example is like the Sayaka Milky Senshi, right?
So I'm sorry.
They make up their own shit. So this is just like taking it one level higher because like. So the normal otaku or like the shippers like make up their own shit like for stuff that otaku actually happened. So like the
or to make the AU
fans basically they are creating their own AU, right? So they're like they don't understand so Sayaka Milky talk to each other even if what they said was like can you pass the song?
This.
Yeah, so can you
but then
pass
that's
the
like
song,
an AU
right?
for
And then, Sayaka said asked Milky if she can marry her, like, because they don't know what she said. So I think it's an extension of that.
Yeah, and like I don't know if Ryan, if you still do translations, but I do like some fan subbing and stuff. So like I don't know, like when I would watch Produce, right? I don't watch it anymore. I just watch the performances. I don't watch the actual show. I don't know.
It's like wrestling.
You
just watch the fights instead of the drama or whatever.
Yeah, but no, because wrestling, like, they never finish the fight unless it's a pay-per-view.
And
it has to be like a big pay-per-view. Otherwise, somebody just comes in and like gets hit with a chair and they disqualify everybody. Cause...
I watched wrestling for the entrances, and
it's like the Junkin tournament.
Yeah, it's like glass breaks and like The Rock comes out or something, and that's it.
And then they played a roll.
Oh my god, you just mixed up two prominent wrestlers. Anyways,
yeah.
Like I said, international fans don't know anything. We just make shit up.
So you just make up the glass breaking and
the Rock entering.
The Rock coming out.
I know.
And
Stone Cold.
the real American, The Rock. Oh my god, dude. We're about to throw down.
The Rock like rips his shirt off.
Like, oh yeah. You know,
was the Kool-Aid Man too?
takes a bite out of a Slim Jim.
So Matt, speaking of like tweets, you got like
because I do like my handshake report stuff or whatever, and I guess this is like the first time I saw Sakura in a while because she always like calls in sick or whatever, so it's not going to be related. But so I talked to her, and she does like
calls in sick. She calls in sick from the back room.
Yeah,
because she's there for the first half of the day.
Yeah, and then like. So yeah, I finally got to talk to her. I'm like, hey, yo, what have you been playing lately? Because she does like gaming and stuff. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm still playing Fortnite. And I'm like, oh, and she's like, oh, how about you? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm playing Yakuza, or I'm playing Ryuga Gotoku. She's like, oh wow, sugoi, And so then I got like a random, some random guy tweeted me, direct messaged me. It's like, oh, can you tell me the exact thing you said to Sachan in Japanese? And I'm like,
who the fuck is Sachan?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And we're like, is that Nathan?
So I made that joke. Like, why are you talking to Nathan in Japanese?
Yeah, at a handshake event.
Yeah, and then I think the funny part that Ryan made a joke about was like they like did a Miyokuri for Sakura for Senkyo.
Oh, that's not a joke. That's a real thing.
They did it, but like the joke that Ryan was making, it's like it's Miyokuri for her finally finishing a day of handshakes. Like they
Man, I wish I got that at work, right? Like every time, let's go to someone's, yeah!
like
Party called in sick
It's got
today.
like a banner and everything. No, it's like so hilarious because my friend was saying like, oh, they're congratulating her for like getting #1 in produce, and Andy was like, why the hell would they do that? I mean, it's not over yet. So it's like, oh, so maybe they actually are congratulating her for finishing a day.
Yeah.
So, and we looked at the banner, right? It was like congratulating her for getting 3rd in Senkyo.
Yeah. But
Like,
technically center in the music video now.
Yeah. Double center with Sudaka. No. So there have been like 5 handshakes since Senkyo. And this was the only time they could like congratulate her.
Yeah.
Imagine how bad that is.
The only reason
It's because she always calls off.
Yeah, the only reason she couldn't do it this time is because she had to do the
Yeah,
Gorilla
yes.
Live.
Yeah. So
For
like,
the
Yeah,
show.
me and Ryan made the same joke, just with different people, right? It's like, well, because my friend, we were playing this game called Terraria. It's like me, him, and this other guy, right? And he was like, oh yeah, I think they're going to do a Gorilla Live in Tokyo. I just don't know where. Like, I saw it somewhere. And I'm like, oh, I know where it's going to be. It's going to be Shinokubo, right?
So did you send him there?
No, I was just like... Well, first I was like, man, what if they're at the handshake event?
By the way.
Yeah.
I was like, what if they're at the handshake event, not to like perform, but to like learn how things are done here, right? Because it is Produce 48, right? Maybe they need to learn how to do handshake events. Maybe I have no idea, right? So it was us like suggesting that, and he's like, he was like, oh yeah, maybe they are, but then I need like tickets to get in, right? And I didn't buy any handshake tickets, and I was like, well, like it looks like Sakura, like if Sakura's still gonna be there. Maybe like they're performing it there because she can't leave.
Well, the joke was that the proof.
I messed that one up. Yeah,
You
Oh my
fucked
God.
up, Joe.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
God
I
damn.
had to work so hard to like
Man.
to do your guys'
Set it up,
stories.
and then like I gave you like a mercy laugh, mercy chuckle.
No, so
Yeah.
the joke was that like the only reason, the proof that they were gonna do like a produce live like after the handshake was because Sakura hasn't called off yet.
Oh my
And then,
God,
like,
dude,
the
I'm
rumor-
so sorry.
Yeah, a rumor originally came in because like she told some girl during the handshake events
That
that the
there's gonna
Koreans
be
were flying
produce.
in or something like that.
I think somebody just straight up asked her, "Is like, oh, when's your like Korean live? Oh, it's the 6th. Okay." And then my friend's like, "Yeah, I'm going. See you guys later." I was like, "No, dude, we got to kill this boss." And then like, and then I kept like saying that, it's like, "Oh no, you got to do this first before you go." And like, so we like left like pretty late, right? And I think eventually it's Matt that gave him the ticket, but like,
Yeah.
he got in just before they started checking ID because of all the produce fans that wanted to go in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like I had no, I guessed. So I was outside, right? I was gonna go in, and then they're like, "Can you tell me your name?" It's like, what? It's
What?
written on the thing.
It's written in English. It's not like you know anyway, right?
Yeah. So like because he asked me for my ticket, right? And then he's like, "What's your name?" It's like, "Can't you read?"
Yeah, but it turns out they were checking to make sure that like people weren't getting in for free, and like it didn't help that like next door was like there was a Blackpink concert,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And since you guys don't know, I don't know Blackpink either. I like their songs now, and also like
Andy likes that
the
hammer.
hammer.
Oh yeah, they
That
had
looks
like
like
a
a-
pen light, the pen light, and he says it looks like a uterus.
Oh, okay.
The same shape. Even like with the accordion, like.
Anyways, it's hammer.
I think Blackpink is like super big. I don't know how big they are, but they're like super big.
Apparently, they have like 100 million YouTube views or something. That's what it says on their poster.
The one I think the video I was watching had like 350 million or something.
Wow.
Anyway, I think the lead rapper is like super hot, but like whatever. Anyway, like since they're really big and they were next door, right? And then
So these were K-pop fans, like
yeah, and they're like, oh my god, Produce 2, right? So they just go next door.
yeah.
Really,
There was
really-
a
they don't
lot
have-
of like clearly not Idol 48 fans like hanging around outside like the entrance.
What distinguishes them from Idol fans?
The girls,
Yeah, they were girls.
cute girls.
Yeah, they were cute girls actually. And
Also, they're wearing
holding
like
the
pink,
hammer.
black pink, like
Yeah,
t-shirts
they were
and
holding
bullshit.
the uterus hammer.
Yeah, no.
Uterus hammer, dude. That sounds like such an awesome weapon.
+6 attack or whatever. Use it against Rathalos. What element is that? What element
does
is
extra
the
damage
Uterus
if it does extra damage if pregnant?
Oh. That's fucked up, Joe.
What element is it?
Yeah.
Well, clearly it's heart, right? Captain Planet.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so like we keep going on about like these delusional fans and just make up stuff. And I really think it's because they don't know the language, right? So they gotta fill in these stupid holes. So they gotta, just make up stuff. And it to me, I hate it, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, one of the reasons why I'm not getting into K-pop now is because I don't know the language.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's huge, right? Like, I can't do it anymore. After doing this, it's just like, I can't follow somebody if I don't know what they speak or what they're doing. Because then you just start making up stuff, and I hate that.
I mean, they have subs, I guess. Produce does.
Yeah, but like subs are only like half the story, right? Like AK Bingo has subs.
Does it? Like, I don't know. Does someone sub AK Bingo still?
I think they do, but it's like probably like a month late or something.
Ah, okay. Then you have like the people like Daryl who watch without subs and try to figure out what's happening.
Man, Daryl can't even read katakana, dude. We went to 5th anniversary together. Or 6th. 6th. We went to 6th anniversary together. That's like 3 years. How can you not learn katakana?
He clearly doesn't give a shit.
Oh my god, dude. But like, so with I think one thing that made like 48 Group like really easy for me, like really supportive to learn Japanese is that there's more than just like a TV show, like a sub TV show, right? There's like blogs and stuff and interviews, and not everything, barely anything will get translated, right? Like no one's gonna translate a blog unless they're really committed, Jeff. And like interviews and stuff. There's so many interviews, magazine articles, like all of that stuff. And
it's like
you
content
get like
overload.
Yeah, you get a better like. To me, like you can't be a fan if you just like watch like a subtitled video. It's just weird to me.
I think how like Japanese idols do it is like completely different with how Korean idols do it, right? Because the Korean idol model is very similar to like old style Japanese model, where the only information you get is like this very small thing that we give you. So like the only information that people get from these Korean idols is the Produce 48 show. Like, and like other idols probably are very similar, right? They only have like their MVs and then whatever. It's very, very choreographed. So I think like Korean fans are very used to that model.
I think there's still like, when I say like, it's not like 48, right? Where they interview everybody has their own Twitter, everybody has their own blog and mobile mail and all that crap. Like, even then, like, if you just think of like a normal celebrity, right? Like, you still have magazine articles, you have interviews on TV, like if a single comes out, or appearances on TV for some reason. And because, I mean, like, when 48 was big, when AKB48 was big, you'd just get like random 48 girls on like random quiz shows and stuff, right?
Yeah. And
no one would ever subtitle that crap. Well, they're actually quality programming because they're better than Bingo, but...
But they're really, really good shows, though. Those are like those are the shows. Okay, one thing that like probably international fans don't understand is that Bingo is on at like 1 a.m. Right? No one watches that shit. Right? Like Manabu-kun has a much bigger audience than Bingo.
People watch it, but it's like very clearly the otaku, right?
Yeah, the people who are dedicated. So these are the people who watch the anime at like 2 a.m. Right? So it's the same thing, same idea.
Yeah.
So, but like the shows that Joe was talking about, these are the shows that are on at like 7 p.m. Right? 9 p.m.
Yeah.
It's the golden time. Like these shows have like a lot of budget, and then people put effort into making these shows. Those are good shows.
Yeah, so like I would say, stuff like Oya Shizuka appearing on like Creamy Miracle Quiz or whatever, that has like one of the most retarded names I've ever heard. But
Screams too, yeah.
But like, yeah, she would be on that show. You never see somebody subtitle that show. And I think like even the Korean celebrities, they have that kind of stuff, right? Like they would appear on a TV show, right? The same kind of variety stuff. They might not have like Blackpink Bingo or something, right? But but like that same like kind of controlled, like
Yeah.
normal celebrities, right? Like
Yeah,
you still can't. People aren't gonna sub all that stuff unless they're like really dedicated. So like you're still missing out on a lot of stuff. I think.
I guess so, but they don't have so. But as I said, right? It's like, for example, like Produce 48 is apparently on like a really good time. I think it's like
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
I don't know, but I heard it's like really popular. I don't know how popular it is because like I don't know. See, this is why I don't like trusting myself because I'll be like, oh, I read this guy who subbed comments off Naver or whatever,
Yeah.
and I don't know if I could believe him or not.
Well, to be fair, I work with like people in Korea, and I mentioned once that like, oh, my friends really like this Produce show, and this person was like, oh yeah, it's really famous here. Like my husband really likes watching it. Blah blah blah.
But like, does her husband like watching this season?
Oh yeah, like she even it's really funny because I didn't want to give away that I knew about, like, I'm familiar with like idols, right? And she was explaining to me that, oh no, it's like because this season they have like Korean trainees and like Japanese trainees, and then they were like competing, and then blah 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 blah. I was saying, oh, so do you vote and stuff? Like, no, because I was trying to get like a voting account for Andy.
Who?
Huh?
Mr. A?
Oh,
I mean,
sorry. Like,
Man.
I was trying to get like a voting account. So I was like asking, oh, so do you vote for like this show? And it's like, oh no, I'm not really that much of a fan, but like my husband watches a lot, so I just like watch with him. So it's like,
Matt, did you ever vote for American Idol?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know how.
But it's the same idea, right? I guess it's the same idea. That's a good example, actually. Like American Idol is a good example, like a good analog for Produce.
Yeah, but the thing is, like American Idol, and I don't know if this is true for Produce, but like American Idol, I think like hit its stride in the first season was really big, and the second season was kind of big, and then like it started dragging after the third season, and Produce is in its third season.
Yeah, apparently, so okay, as you said, right, these are the stuff like from Naver that we don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah.
Like, I read somewhere that it's like doing the worst out of the 3 seasons, but still pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know if it's pretty good. I have no idea, right? Because again, it's not. Can you imagine like some Japanese guy like subbing like Reddit comments on Justin Bieber? Like, like would you believe that?
I found a Japanese blog. Like, this is really funny. I found Japanese blog that was translating the anime thread in NeoGAF.
Oh my god!
And I used to like post a lot in NeoGAF, and it was really funny.
You'd see your comments. They're like, well, I didn't say that.
So they were translating the top 100 at top 10 anime of the year or something. I don't think I ever got any comment translated.
Top 10 anime betrayals is when Sakura picked Motomura Aoi for her team in Produce 48, and then when Sakura wanted to be the sender, she voted against her. Instead, it was this weird girl that looked like an alien and has crazy eyes.
Yeah, so going back to the topic, I guess.
There is no topic.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, actually, we're just like going crazy tangents.
That's how I like it.
Yeah.
So Matt, what do you? I mean, you're the resident like K-pop hater here.
Yeah, fuck K-pop.
Oh no, there goes all of our viewers.
Like, I want to see the Venn diagram of like Takoyaki Party viewers and K-pop fans.
You know what's funny for me is that like, I would get like YouTube recommendations now. It says like Produce 48, like Miyazaki Miho funny moments, and it was an AK Bingo clip.
Yeah. That's the funny thing.
Yeah.
I like seeing that stuff where you just
fuck?
where you troll the K-pop, like the Produce fans, like with Produce 48 like hashtag, and then it's like a video of.
So it's clearly like they're fucking around with SEO, right?
Yeah.
So that's what we should do. We should put Produce 48 in the topic of this. In the title of this episode.
I thought they were just trying to like get up, like they're the real fans, right? And they're like, "Oh, you want to support like Mio? Look at all the funny stuff she did."
No, I think it's
girl.
SEO though.
I think it might be a bit of both.
Maybe.
Maybe originally it was supposed to be SEO, and then alternatively is like we just want to troll the fans. We realize that how gullible they are.
We should like put like videos of Miru and that's right. Produce 48, Shiroma Miru, like dissing Korea.
What video do we have of Miru? Right, like we don't.
We could make one up. You know those videos that have like news on them? It's so stupid. Like you could like talk about like take like a Matome article and create a video of it.
I mean, like those Chinese videos, those poorly animated 3D.
Those are
clips?
Taiwanese videos, by the way.
Okay.
Those are hilarious.
It's just text scrolling down the screen.
Yeah, I meant Republic of China Chinese videos. Republic of Chinese videos.
We're just alienating all people here.
Yeah,
That's what we do best.
we don't have international fans. We don't have domestic fans.
Do we have
like China,
do we
Taiwan,
have
Korea,
alien fans?
all in one episode?
Hey, I actually like the Korean trainees on Produce more. I think most of them I like more than the Japanese trainees.
Oh man, when you were watching, and then Andy and Daryl were like fucking like huge like Korean fans now.
What was that a sentence?
No, I mean you guys kept talking about like these Korean. Like, I don't know. I can't remember Korean names.
You won.
Like Young One. Right?
Young one.
Yeah,
I thought you won.
And like,
That's how much I pay attention. Like I can like get half of it.
like Han Solo and Lee, Bruce, and
Mulan.
I think there's like Kim Chi Young, right?
Young
racist.
Kimchi.
Hey, I can read Hangul. Yeah.
Yeah, you were trying to read this like building in Sapporo, and you couldn't read it.
Yeah, that was terrible. Let
was
us never
2
speak
words.
of that again. It's not 2 words. It's 1 word, but 2 characters. To me, this feels really weird because, like, I think about like there's some people that are like really obsessed with like music culture in Asia, and I feel like a lot of the original like 48 fans have moved to K-pop. And so, like, Produce 48 is, like, kind of weird, right? Because then they're coming back. They're like, oh, yeah, dude, I was a big 48 fan before. And I don't know, right? Isn't that weird that, like they just shifted to K-pop?
I don't know. I think it's part of like being a weeb, right? Like it's like the weebs that don't like anime anymore. They just like moved into the other parts, and it's like it.
But the shift came from, like, 48 group. Like, I saw it, right? Like, I used to add all these people when, like, you know, when this podcast first started, on Twitter, and they'd, like, follow me, and I'd follow them back for some reason. And then, like, now it's just, like, I have so much Korean stuff on my Twitter.
Yeah,
I have to like delete people now.
I don't have any
Or I have to mute
no one
people.
talks to me. No one talks to me on Twitter anyway, so. But, like, still, like, it's weird that, like, they all, like migrated to K-pop, right? Like, they didn't go into, like... I mean, there's some people, right, that go into baseball. Right? Like, that happens, right? But, like, the majority of people went into K-pop. Like, if they were to move, they would go into K-pop.
Or they went to 46.
or 46. Yeah.
I think a big chunk of them went to 46.
I think a lot of them just like I think mostly the girls, right? Like they just like Asian music, I guess, in general, or they like Asian dramas and stuff. So like it's a natural extension, I think.
I thought you were gonna say they like Asian girls.
Asian dramas, right? And then Asian music and stuff like that.
They do like Asian girls too, it seems.
Yeah, but like so the people who are like militantly like just has to be Japanese. And those are the people who move to 46, I think. So we are like the few who are sticking it out with 48.
At least for the next like couple months.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, I've already left.
Oh,
Yeah, we have
man,
like past, present, future.
imagine if like Matt and Andy quit NMB2. Like the only NMB fans in that group that we have is gonna be like me and Jeff.
Nathan likes his 100 yen chans.
No, Nathan doesn't even like because every person Nathan Oshi's like actually graduates.
He's like the Grim Reaper or something.
he's like he's the idol Grim Reaper. So I don't think he has like Oshi yet anymore. I don't know. Does he Oshi like Momone or something?
I'm trying to. I want him to Oshi Moane.
Why,
I
you
want
want to quit?
Huh? No, I want.
It's like Death Note.
I think Moane is a good girl, and I want to see her like have a fan.
Yeah, but like it's like at this point it's really funny because like everyone like that like Nathan likes ends up quitting now.
But there was only two. It was only.
No, he liked Erin,
Oh, he doesn't really like Erin.
doesn't he?
Nobody really likes Erin.
Hey, Erin's dad really likes Erin because he paid for like all those Shinkansen trips for 3 years.
She's been in the group for 3 years before she quit?
Yeah,
Wow.
Draft 2 has been here for 3 years.
Oh, she's from Aichiken, huh?
Yeah, she might even be your neighbor or something.
No one's my neighbor.
Except that guy who plays the guitar.
Maybe we should go to Mountain Cafe and see if she's there.
Fuck you, Joe. Made me. It's like, oh, it's probably like a good place that Joe found. It's like spaghetti, like strawberry spaghetti. I found like Azusa's comments of it like so hilarious. Trying to put this back to NMB because she went to this place, right? This place that Joe likes. And
I've never been there. Like people were like when I was at the dispatch company, they were talking about it, and they were like laughing about it too. And I was like, "What are you laughing about?" It's like, "Oh, you got to look up Mountain Cafe," and it's like, "Oh, okay." And it's like strawberry spaghetti with like made out of kiwi noodles or some crap.
so they have apparently they have like matcha spaghetti or something, and they said like it was their most famous one, and then they made Azusa eat it. And you know Azusa, right? She's like real, and she was like
that's what you wanted to say.
yeah. So she had like this like the worst face ever. It's like, oh my god, and she's like, what's this made of? What's this made of? And then the guy says like, oh, it's matcha spaghetti. And he's like, oh my god, like poor matcha, like matcha ga kawaiso. It's like it's just like usually you have to fake it, right, when you're like in these places, and she just couldn't.
No, like that place is known for being ridiculous. No one goes there because it's really quality food, man. It's just like the opportunity to eat strawberry spaghetti, right? Like you're never gonna find a cafe that has it for good reason.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god.
They
So
made a
we're
gimmick out
not
of
gonna
it.
eat there, Joe.
Oh. Anyway, I think that wraps it up. Unless you guys have any, I don't even know what we were talking about. Matt, do you want to bring up some topic that seems enjoyable?
What are some other bad food choices you guys have had?
No, don't go there,
No.
man. You're gonna lose so hard. You gotta come up. I'm talking about like whatever our topic was,
Oh.
right? Making fun of international.
Making fun of
fans.
international fans.
Or like any bad
Like, how can we
any
correct
bad
them?
experience.
Do you wanna-
No, I don't care about correcting them. They're never gonna learn.
They're doomed. They're beyond help.
Like how so you've had some bad experiences recently, right? With like produce fans, besides Sachan, right? Which
That wasn't even a
I
bad
remember-
experience. It was just weird.
well, I mean, I don't know. It's an experience, and it wasn't good.
I think it's just like
That goes with your rating system.
yeah.
Like I don't regret going. I was thinking about like a long time ago. Like there was like this big fight. I think this was before Produce 48 aired, and everybody's already fighting. And somebody's like, "Oh, I can't believe you guys call like these girls by their nickname. It sounds so weird. Like calling her Saepi. Like what the hell is that?" And so when I think about that, and I think about this person like making up their own nickname for Sakura as Sachan, like what the hell is that?
Because he probably didn't know what her like idol nickname was.
It's like Sakura-tan.
I don't.
But if she did like Satan, like Satan or something, that'd be funny.
Oh man, she's like, hey, how was your conversation with
Satan. Mr. Satan.
Matt was like,
Anyway, don't make up your own names. That's weird. You know what was weird too?
Don't
Like when I
ship
first started.
people either. That's weird too.
No, well, okay. Well, first of all, I just want to say one thing that's weird is that if you don't use their nicknames,
yeah.
like if you say like Yamamoto-san, like what? Who the hell are you?
Also,
right?
which
like
one?
it's so weird.
Because there's like so many of them now.
Yeah, the one that I work with.
Oh, I used to work with Yamamoto-san too, actually.
Yeah, the Yamamoto-san I work with sort of sounds like Yamamoto Mikana, so I think it's funny.
So the thing is, like, you probably use like the first name, and it wouldn't be weird. Wouldn't be that weird, right? You could call her
For idols?
Yeah.
Oh, not coworkers.
No, fuck that. No, of course not. You get like written up if you do that.
Man, the things at work I
Go to HR.
Yeah. No, I mean, if you call Sayaka, right, it's fine. Like, no one calls her, like... Well, technically her official nickname is Sayaka. But it became Sayane for some reason. But, like, no one calls her Sayane anymore. But...
Well, I think just we don't call her Sayane. I call her Sayane when I'm not talking to you guys. It's my guilty
because
pleasure.
people know her as Sayane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, for example, like, I know some people... Like, for example, like, our friend, Joe, Thai Joe, she calls Akarin Akari. But she calls Chihi. She doesn't call her Chihiro. Okay, that's weird, actually, to say. Call her Chihiro.
Yeah, I don't know, whatever. But, like, I don't know, don't make up names or use, like, standard... That, to me, like, doing the opposite is really weird. I used to do that. Like, when I'd talk on internet message boards, and I was like, no, this is weird, right? Like, I can't call Achan, like, Maeda-san. Like, no. Although, it's funny, when she graduated, people were calling her Asan. And so, like, me and my friend would call her Asin.
I think the Asan comes from, like, Sashihara.
No, it came from after she graduated, and then people were, like, making fun of her because, like, oh, she's not Chan anymore.
Ah, okay. So I think we can wrap up, I guess.
Yeah, that's what she said. Okay.
We've been going. Yeah.
I think this was really funny. Well, I wanted to hear, like, anything Matt had to say, because he seemed pretty quiet for most of the last hour and a
Throwing
half.
in bits and pieces.
Yeah.
That's why
I think Matt has had like the worst experiences with because like me and I mean I don't tweet very much, so I don't get involved with these people. But like Matt
These
does.
people. Who you call them these people?
Yeah.
But like Matt is the one that gets triggered so much, like with like his reports and stuff, because people would like comment on them.
I don't get
Oh, yeah.
triggered. I just like notice it.
Oh no, you get triggered, right?
You get so triggered. Like
Like,
anytime someone mentions K-pop, you just like
that'll trigger me, yes. But
So we were in Sapporo, right? Like Ryan was in the backseat, he fell asleep, and like me and Andy were like, "Yo, dude, let's play Stan. Let's see what happens," right? And he didn't react, right? He was still sleeping. I was like, "Oh man." We mixed him up with Matt. If we played Stan, he'd be so mad.
I think I woke up when you played like Kayaki or something.
I think that was near the end, before we parked or something like that.
Yeah. We were near Shokotan or something.
No, we were near the other one.
The other one, yeah.
Yeah, to look it up.
oh, okay. There was that one thing I saw on Twitter. It was like,
Yeah,
it was like
let's go.
do AKB stands.
Oh my god!
Buy their
Okay,
members
that one's
expensive
okay,
cars and presents and stuff. And I just got mad because like, why do you
Expensive cars?
Yeah.
No, maybe like bags and stuff.
Well,
Cars.
because that's like what Korean fans do for the K-pop idols. Is they buy
I don't
them.
think they buy cars, man.
Yeah.
I think
Bags,
he was
maybe.
talking about like PlayStations or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scooters. I think I saw Scooter.
Yeah. But the point was like,
Even Scooter is pushing it.
Freaking mall cops.
yeah,
Mall cop meow.
bird bike or whatever. Like those rare bikes in Los Angeles.
No, so what? Okay, that
I'll
just
explain
reminds me. I don't have a specific tweet, but then that tweet is like a symptom of it. Is that for some reason like Korean fans think that
K-pop fans, please.
K-pop fans, okay,
Yeah.
not Korean fans. K-pop fans.
Don't bring my StarCraft homies into this.
And so the K-pop fans, for some reason, think that like there's the weird like the fan like hierarchies, right? They look down at like Japanese idol fans.
J-pop
right?
fans,
They think like the Japanese fans. Oh, whoa! But
just a bunch of pedophiles.
They don't stand people. There was this guy who was this girl was really upset, like saying that like because like she doesn't understand what Oshi means, and then people were giving her shit for like saying like AKB stans or something.
Yeah.
Like, oh, why should I care that they have a word for it?
Well, it's like if you're gonna be involved in the fandom, you should try to like use the language that they use in the fandom.
Yeah.
I mean, just like in like any language. Like if you're gonna move to a foreign country, you should try to like speak the language in that country. Daryl.
Well, the funny thing about dude, you're picking up my jokes now. I like that. The funny thing about the thing about Oshi, right, is that it's a real term, right? Like, who's your Oshiman, right? That's or like Oshiman wa dare desu ka, right? Like that's Japanese, right? What the hell is Stan?
That's like a loan word that they stole from Eminem.
From fucking Eminem.
It's not even a Korean word.
Yeah. They don't even say that in Korea. I don't know what the word is that they say in Korea for.
They do use some like Korea. They say like who's your favorite visual or whatever. To me, that's
bias,
that's weird, right?
Even that's not even Korean.
Yeah.
Bias. Oh fuck that. Oh man, that triggers.
He hates bias.
Man. I hate bias more than Stan.
Do you hate bias stands or stand biases?
Fuck all of them.
Excuse me, can you speak English? Now you're a real international fan. You don't speak a language anyone understands.
But yeah, it's like they think like K-pop terms can go across anywhere where it doesn't work that way. It shouldn't work that way.
Yeah, so because they a lot of them like see Produce 48 as a Korean show, right? Which I guess it is a Korean show. But like these are like 48 girls are Japanese girls. So if you're trying to talk with like they're fans of the Japanese girls, right? They should at least respect their space.
Well, I mean, like more like you can't just like bring your own words to like describe things, right?
Yeah, because weird. Like, are you an AKB stan? What the fuck does that mean?
It reminds me of like those like parody videos when like some guy doesn't understand sports. And like he goes to a hockey game, and it's like, oh dude, that was a sick home run.
Do you get extra yardage for that?
Or like that Snorlax video.
What's Snorlax
Pokemon
video?
or whatever? Like, yo, it's two Pikachus. No, that's not Pikachu. That's Jigglypuff. And the guy's like, they both clearly like, the one guy is like making up shit. He knows a lot about Pokemon, but he's just making shit up just to piss off the other guy. Like that's also funny. Like if you know enough K-pop stuff, you just start making fun of K-pop stuff. I think that's okay. Like self-deprecating fans. Like you study something so you can hate it more.
Here's my question: Is a stan and bias like an actually accepted term within like the K-pop fandom, or is just like the Tumblr girls?
Well, supposedly Stan actually came from
Eminem.
One Direction.
Oh.
No, the word came from Eminem, right?
Yeah.
From the lyrics, but like people originally used it for One Direction.
Oh,
like who's your Stan in 1D or whatever? I don't even know who the people are in 1D or whatever.
Charlie.
That's where it originally came from. I guess all the 1D fans became K-pop fans.
Well, the group broke up. It's like
yeah. So you have to go somewhere.
To Korea. So I heard that's where like I think I read on the internet, which is really accurate.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it has to be, right? That's where they use it.
Yeah.
So that's where Stan came from. I don't know where bias came from. That might be from, I don't know.
I mean, it's possible that it's okay. This is weird because we're speculating on Korean stuff. Like, this is so weird. Like this, we make fun of like people who speculate on like Japanese stuff, and now we're speculating on Korean stuff. I was saying maybe it's like the official, maybe that's the word for Oshi in Korean. I don't know, because as you said, visual doesn't mean anything in Korean. It means a different thing in Korean than what we think it means.
Well, it means a different thing in Korean than it does in English, right?
Yeah.
Like, when you say, like, oh, who's your favorite visual, you mean, like, who's the best-looking member.
Yeah.
But, like, in Korean, it's actually, like, visual or whatever. I have poor pronunciation.
Yeah.
I can read Hangul, but I have poor pronunciation.
So maybe bias is the same thing. I don't know. Someone
But
should
I don't know.
tell us.
Can you spell? If that's, I mean, I guess that's okay. But I don't know. To me, it's really weird when it's a loan word,
Yes.
right? Like we always complain about that too when we're learning Japanese, right? It's like, oh, camera o.
Yeah.
Or like they use like random French words for Japanese words.
Oh yeah.
Anket,
Anketo. Enketo.
Baito.
I
Baito
saw
is
someone
German.
romanize
For
it
arbit.
once. That's how I figured out it was French. Oh. It's the Anketo. Enquette.
Shoe cream. Which when I first time I heard shoe cream, I was talking about like literal like cream that you rub on your shoe to clean it.
Yeah.
It's delicious shoe cream.
It's like, oh, you dropped your shoe cream on your shoe. Oh, great. Now I can clean it.
Arm and Hammer.
Okay.
Shoe
Arm and-
It's my favorite shoe cream.
What's it filled with? Sodium bicarbonate. I've had enough. Okay. Alright, let's just wrap up the show.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun for some reason. Probably because I'm really stressed out at work. And,
Probably because it's like 11:30 p.m. and it's Yoru no tension.
oh, no, it's Yoru no bedtime.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to Hiroshima tomorrow. Excited for that.
Oh, I didn't tell you my Hiroshima story. Is it
Next
interesting?
episode.
Coming up next time. It's cliffhanger.
No, it's in-
Cliffhanger.
No, it's pretty funny. So I was with my brother, right? And people say, like, if you go to Hiroshima, you gotta eat Hiroshima okonomiyaki, right? But it doesn't work like that. You actually have to go to a place that makes good okonomiyaki, right? And I think
Yeah.
that's true of, like, anywhere you go,
Yeah.
right? Like, you don't go to America and say, like, oh, I want a good hamburger, and then you go to, like, the diner across the street, right? Like, it doesn't work, right? So, like, I found a place that I really like, and I was with my brother, like 2 years later, and I was like, and then it was his first time in Japan. I'm like, yo, dude, we gotta get this Hiroshima okonomiyaki. We gotta go to the store, right? And so we go to the store, and there's like a really long line, and like we finally eat, and I was like really hungry, and I'm like, since we're only gonna be here, like let's just order like 3 of them, right? That was already a disaster, like because each one was like super huge, right?
Yeah.
It was like, it's like a no, maybe like a small pizza or medium pizza, like Pizza Hut or something, right? It was pretty big, and we had 3 of them. And by the time we were done, like we were like there's like half of one left. I was like, oh, dude, we gotta finish it, dude. We're never gonna eat this again. And like after that, he's like, yo, I don't want to eat anything that has that stupid sauce in it. And I'm like,
like,
oh, but we're staying in Osaka.
That's like the problem.
Okonomiyaki. Osaka okonomiyaki is better than Hiroshima okonomiyaki though. So
you got to go to Michan. Go to Michan.
That's the problem like with okonomiyaki and takoyaki. Once you have the taste, it's like stuck in your mouth. It lingers for a while. You just don't want to eat anything like it for a while, like for like a week.
All right, that's my Hiroshima story.
All right.
That'll end it. Coming in at a good 2 hours because we have so many stupid jokes. Oh my God, dude.
I think the last 30 minutes was like
This was
last
so
hour.
funny. This was so
Story
funny.
time.
I don't know. This is so funny. I'm gonna say it over and over.
Story time with Joe, because he tells the best story. He tells our stories for us.
yeah.
Yeah, except when I tell my own stories, it just sucks.
See, that's why it's better.
Damn, dude.
I think we should probably cut part of this out. But like yeah.
No, we're not. No, we're not. I don't have time.
Okay.
Let's see if I have to work overtime tomorrow.
Do the
Okay.
outro, Joe.
All right. Thanks for joining us on Takoyaki Party. Have a great day. Bye bye.
Peace.
Bye.